Springtime in Japan is special. It's no secret that this is the season when cherry blossoms or sakura are everywhere. These flowers are deeply symbolic, and they're one of the first things people imagine when they think about springtime in Japan. As a New Yorker, I feel like there's a couple of good places that people can go to see the cherry blossoms, like maybe Manhattan or Brooklyn. Even when I think Brooklyn, Botanical Gardens are a pretty good spot. And then there's Roosevelt Island as well. And I love that. I also think that it's interesting that right now I feel so drawn to sakura because growing up in New York, usually other flowers would represent springtime, but here it's all about the cherry blossoms. This is one of my favorite photos from the day because it captures a lot of what makes this spot so special. The cherry blossoms are in full bloom, and you can also see the traditional architecture of Fukuoka Castle in the background. There were quite a few visitors that day, and I like that you can see them walking beneath the blossoms. It adds a sense of life, in a sense, to the scene. This photo was taken along the edge of the water that surrounds Fukuoka Castle. What I really like about it is how clear the sky was that day because it makes the colors feel really vibrant. I also like that if you look far into the background, you can actually spot Fukuoka Tower, and that's one of my favorite places, and it's such a small detail, but I think it makes the photo more interesting. I really like the simplicity of this photo. There's just one person walking along the path beneath the cherry blossoms, and I think that's what makes it work. It gives the photo a calm, quiet feeling that I find really appealing. There is something special about cherry blossoms. They have a way of bringing people together. So many people in Japan gather to enjoy their beauty, whether it's groups of friends, co-workers, classmates, or families. Many people take time out of their day to admire these flowers, making their way to locations like parks where they can enjoy sights like this one, like this one, and this one. And there is a reason why people gather during the early days of April to come out and see the cherry blossoms. And one of the reasons is, beyond their beauty, sakura or cherry blossoms represent new beginnings. I think that's really wonderful for flowers to have meanings. Usually people think about roses, and the biggest, concept that roses are associated with is love, right? That's where my American brain goes, but for sakura, it's new beginnings. Even though sakura symbolize new beginnings, they do not last for the entirety of spring. They actually only last for about 2 weeks, but that's actually part of the appeal. I think I was lucky with the timing on this shot because the path wasn't too crowded yet, so I was able to capture the full row of cherry blossom trees. I also like that there are two people standing together down the path as they admire the flowers, and the ray of sunlight hitting the blossoms on the right side is a detail that adds more warmth to the photo. There's a lot going on in this photo, and I think that's why I like it so much. The stone bridge, the water, the blossoms, but my favorite part is the way the flowers seem to frame the group of people in the background. It almost looks intentional, like the park itself arranged it that way. This spot is actually really meaningful to me. When I first moved to Fukuoka 2 years ago, one of the first places I visited happened to be right here, and it was cherry blossom season. I remember seeing the blossoms alongside the gate and thinking, wow, I'm really in Japan. It's a feeling I haven't forgotten, and I'm really glad I was able to come back and capture it. I also like how from this angle, the blossoms surround the gate on all sides. There is one more aspect that I've come to realize about sakura, and it's actually about the message that they convey. And that message is really about being in the moment during the little bits and pieces here and there in your life too, because these flowers, they just finally bloomed here in Fukuoka, actually. This whole week it's been so rainy, and these flowers won't be here much longer, actually. And especially with such a short time frame for enjoying these flowers, I feel like it makes it even more important, or I guess there's a bigger urge to really come out and really try to enjoy these for what they are, right? In a way, like nature's gift, but also a reminder that we should really be in our daily lives, just trying to soak in the moments that we're in, be present, So I think this all goes to say that time slows for no one, and change is the only constant. So really, being able to be present in the moment is so important. And if it's possible, maybe during special occasions or just regular days in your life, taking a couple of snapshots of the moment that you're experiencing, or maybe some video clips, can help you to look back on that moment, especially because we're gonna get older and we're not always gonna be the same age that we currently are. So of course, if we can, being present and also just maybe taking a little piece of certain moments with us into the future through photos or videos, I think is a really important thing to do when it comes to enjoying your life and the moments that you get to experience, because they're your life and your moment, your experience. This is the last photo from Fukuoka Castle. It's one of my favorites because of the way the blossoms completely surround the castle from every direction, just like the previous photo. And every time I look at this one, I think, oh my goodness, this is Japan. And then I also think, wow, this could be a wallpaper for my MacBook or something.